So the primary issue, period, is the human condition. You should view your life and the life of future humans as being a roll of the dice, and then you end up somewhere within the human condition. If the human condition is living on Earth, you're not going to be born all of a sudden on Mars. If you think the living condition of humans should include the possibility of being born on Mars, then you are going to have to go to Mars and take a family with you. The human condition. Now, the funny thing is, many of the issues with the human condition, the solutions are well known. Not widely accepted, but well known and knowable, and through research, the population problem. That's under control. People go to confirmationbias.com and uh, don't see that population's under control and leveling off. Or if you force them to admit it, they'll go, but that's still too many or whatever. But what caused that steadying off is well known, right? You educate women, they have less kids. You you reduce infant mortality, people have less kids. Population growth is less, right? How do you do that? Clean water, non-surface drinking water, and clean sewage. You build robust roads that can handle the weather, infrastructure. That's well known. Don't know why people haven't caught on to this well known thing, but among people that bother to know, that's well known. Less well known, and even more important, is energy, nuclear energy. If we use nuclear energy as one of many safe forms of nuclear energy, and you could say, oh, but the waste. Yeah, well, guess what? When you burn coal, the ash is radioactive. You could get more energy out of the radioactivity in the ash than you got out of the coal in the first place. So, as an iterative improvement, nuclear has the advantage of at least you can control the waste. The waste is all there for you to control and deal with. And meltdowns don't have to happen. That's just an engineering flaw because we're still using the very first nuclear reactors ever designed. And when we make energy as cheap as it could be, I mean, literally, people could have all of their energy, of all the products that they use and their cars and heating their house and everything for a tenth or less of the price that they currently pay. You have enough energy to mine the landfills, right? You can recycle anything because that is not hard. Again, that's technically simple. It just takes a lot of energy separating, the raw elements so that you don't have to, so that you can reuse your waste, basically. Just energy. Water desalinization and solving urban water crisis. Just a matter of energy. And it's simple, and these are known. These are known things. Uh, but you think you're going to get Democrats and Republicans in favor of them? Good luck, though. I did see Kerry come around, but this is the same guy that was killing nuclear in whatever the 90s. So it's just kind of frustrating because the solutions are at hand. I mean, when I was a kid, people had these pie in the sky kind of ideas of what you could do or should do, and it was hard to know. But we have the data now. It's been collected. The Peace Corps kids went out and dug wells and latrines. We saw the difference. Europe has had 30, 40 years. They've tried austerity. They've tried, not austerity. You can compare that. You can see, hey, did Denmark, that didn't do austerity in 2008, did it grow faster or slower than the UK that did? You can just check that. People don't want to check. but it's the internet era. You have to check. Only the people that check should even get a say in it, really. Um, One of the reasons philosophy of will is so important is because good management of our willpower is going to be crucial in implementing these well-known solutions, right? Everything has to be judged relative to its own relationship with the human condition, right? And things that entertain us or that we value, like truth in itself or anything that you want to state, that's fine, right? But the things that are most primary, like clean water, right? Access to medicine, access to other communities where other resources are available. You know, this this is going to be crucial, and this is what we really need to focus on. And why are we not focused on it? And yeah, I'm going to complain about the Democratic Party because they're the ones holding us down. It's like if you are tied to two other guys and the other two guys jump off a cliff and now you're falling too. You got drug off the cliff with them, and the guy closer to you saying, I'm your friend because I'm further from the ground. It's like these guys are dragging me to the ground. You need to cut that cord and grab one of those tree branches sticking out or something. This is not okay the way things are going. But truly, even the concept, the word, the human condition, is like technology. It gives you something to focus on. That's the important problem, right? And every living thing can be assumed to care about its own personal condition, but we're human beings, and we know that our fates are linked together. You, me, every human being, and us and the environment and ecology, the animals, everything. It's all a web that we rely upon. And so any person can be expected to be sophisticated enough that you can expect them to understand that their personal condition is important to them, relates directly to the society they're in, its condition, the human condition is important. The the importance of the environment is entirely established by the fact that we live in this environment and our personal condition is subject to that. All of us. So, what's the problem? Why do people think all the wrong questions are the important questions? And they're worried about immigration, or they're worried about who gets to go to the bathroom in a particular place, right? These are only questions of the human condition insofar as people are being, uh, uh, you know, prohibitionist and trying to decide for others. In reality, the issues are energy, healthcare, transportation infrastructure, communication infrastructure, clean water infrastructure. And I don't see the Democrats doing anything for us on that regard. And you could say, oh, well, they're not as bad as the Republicans. Yeah, but that's not the same thing. I'm dealing with a situation where I've two parties way to the warmongering, spy loving right of me. And I don't want to go along with that. And the one that's closer to me, that's a little bit less right, doesn't have a big claim philosophically on me. when they're still going, yeah, of course we're going to have torture prisons. Yeah, of course we're going to spy on every single person. Of course we're going to bomb, 200 countries around the world. Of course, of course. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. I'm not on board with that. And I'm in Maine, and we passed ranked choice voting, so the Democrats will never be my first vote again. Yeah, you get my vote before the Republicans. You get to be number 3 and they're number 4. So just be thankful for that. And you want to unite? Well, then stop trying to make compromises with the right. Make a compromise with progressives for a change, Democrats.